Hey gang, today we're going to do the short, simple, and very satisfying solo to Bryan Adams' Heaven, a huge hit in the 80s. It's a power rock ballad, and the solo is just really exemplary in that it fits really well with the song. It does exactly what's called for. It gives a real blend of melodic play and bluesy play. So it's sort of like I'm playing to the song, but I'm also letting everybody know I'm a guitarist, right? So it's a nice little blend there, good note choice. It's simple and, like I said, very satisfying to play. I think you'll enjoy learning it and playing it. As always, if you like this one, please give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. And also, if you have any comments about this video or about other videos that I could do, please leave them in the comments below. It's always very helpful to me. So I'm going to do a demo first, and then we'll go through it note by note. We'll go through the solo, and that's it. Hope you enjoy. All right, let's go over this note for note. First thing, let's talk briefly about the sound, okay? So I'm using an S-style guitar. I'm actually using a Fender Strat. I'm using the bridge pickup, but I've taken a little bit of the edge of the high end off by rolling off the tone knob just a little bit. I'm obviously using a decent amount of gain, and that's just really to get the sustain on this guitar because there's some notes that really have to be sustained. And then just to thicken out the sound a lot, I have a touch of reverb and a touch of delay. And that's it. So your mileage may vary, but play around until you get something that you find that's acceptable. Okay, on with the solo. So all of the chords in this song over the solo section are all in the key of C. So they're what are called diatonic in the key of C. So it's in the key of C. And the guitarist has chosen wisely to play most of this in the C major pentatonic. There's one exceptional note, which we'll talk about. And it can be played easily on sort of the heart of the guitar right here. So that's a C major pentatonic right there. All right, so without further ado, let me play the solo slow motion, or fairly slow, and then we'll go over it line by line. So here it is slow. Starting out on the second string, 5th fret. And you can end it with that little power chord if you want. All right, so that's the solo. Let's go over it line by line now. Okay, so let's start out with the first line. Okay, very guitaristic line on that one right off the bat, letting everybody know, hey, a guitar player's here. So we're going to start out 5th fret on the 2nd string, play the 8th fret, and then play the 5th on the 1st. Then we're going to play that same note, but we're going to play it on the 2nd, and we're going to play it by bending. So we're going to bend on the 2nd string 8th a whole step. All right, so that's that first part of the first line. And you want to give that a little vibrato once you get it up. And then we're going to hit that note again while we have it bent up and bring it down and pull off to the 5th. And then play on the 3rd string, we're going to play immediately the 7th and bend that up a whole step. So again, those are very guitaristic sort of bends and movements on that. Both the bend here and this are very rock guitar sounding moves. So that's the first line. Here's the second line. Okay, so this one is kind of nice because it traverses lots of strings. We're going to start out on the first string and play the 5th. Second string, play the 8th. And then on the third string, we're going to play that same bend on the 7th, whole step bend, and then pull off, bring it down and pull it off to 5. And then end up on the 7th on the 4th string. So whole thing sounds like this. And you want to give that last note some nice vibrato, not too crazy, not too fast, but nice, just nice, some nice vibrato. All right, here's the next line. So almost a classic Chuck Berry sort of thing to start it out. Third string, 7th fret, bend it up a whole step. And then on strings 2 and 1, we'll play the 5th. So play that very deliberately. Then on the second string, we're going to bend the 8th and play a whole step bend. Play the first string 5, second string 5. So the whole lick sounds like this. And then we're going to go back to the top string, or the high E string, and play the 8th whole step bend. And then bring it down and play the 8th again. So whole step bend, and then down and just play the 8th. Last line now is just this. And here's the little melodic content. And this I really love because this is just a piece of a G major triad. We're going to, instead of playing a pentatonic note, we're going to go to this note right here, which is first string 7th fret, and end up on the second string 8th fret. And that coincides with the G chord in the song. So that's it. Well, there you have it, gang. Bryan Adams, Heaven, great solo. Really a great way to play a power ballad mixed between blues or bluesy playing and melodic playing. Really nice. Hey, as always, if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. And also, don't forget to leave your comments below if you have any on this video or on suggestions for the future. All right, we'll see you down the road.